Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I'm Jordan and it is time to talk about my January 2024 TBR. December is basically over and I already have to start deciding what my first reads of the new year are going to be. I can't believe that's where we are, but I am excited for a very good reading year ahead. I can feel it. I do have a pretty jam-packed TBR for January. I've got a list of 15 books here to talk about and even more hopefuls that I could add on top of this, but let's focus on these three kind of main categories first. And if I finish them early and have time to read other things, then that will be a bonus. So the first kind of category of books that I'll be reading in January are books for book clubs, some virtual, one in person. The first one I am very excited to talk about is one that I will be co-hosting in January. I will be joining Gabby from Gabby Reads over on her channel for her book troop book club. Along with Elizabeth from Reading Riley, the three of us will be reading and discussing Bright Young Women by Jessica Knoll. I am so excited to read this book. It wasn't really on my radar before its release, but it got a lot of buzz and I've been seeing it on a lot of people's favorites lists of 2023, which makes me think it's gonna be a good book and a great discussion. It is a mystery thriller about a notorious serial killer as far as I understand, and I think it has some good commentary around that. So overall, excited for it. Definitely pick up the book and join us if you're interested in discussing this book as well. The next book club that I will be participating in January is an in-person one that I do with a local bakery, which is really fun. The book that we will be reading and discussing in January is Lessons in Chemistry by Bonnie Garmis. I have no idea why I haven't read this book yet. I think I'm gonna love it. It sounds right up my alley. I believe it's a historical fiction that has to do with women in STEM, which is very much my vibe. And again, I've seen a lot of people talk about this really positively on a lot of people's favorites lists. So need to get it read and can't wait to discuss it in a book club forum. The last book that I want to read for a book club in January is for my friend Jessie's book club called Sleep When I'm Dead. I love to keep up with her picks and join her discussions. In January, she is reading Good Girls Don't Die by Christina Henry, which is a book I had on my anticipated releases list. I've had my eye on it, haven't heard much in terms of reviews or anything for it yet, so I'm going in kind of open-minded, but I'm excited for Jessie to be kicking off her book club in 2024 with that book. All right, my next category of books that I'll be reading in January is February arcs. I have really been stepping up my NetGalley game in 2023 and I've got so many books lined up to read in 2024. I got a Kindle for Christmas this year and I'm excited to put it to use with all of my e-arcs. I actually have 8 of them that come out in February, so I definitely need to get started on them in January. I'm not gonna go too in depth with what they're about because I will have an entire vlog featuring me reading these books and reviewing them. The first one I'm excited about is called A Love Song for Ricky Wilde by Tia Williams, which is an adult contemporary romance. Then we have 10 Hours to Go by Keely Parrick. I believe this one is a thriller. We've got The Women by Chris and Hannah, which is one of my most anticipated releases for the year, a historical fiction. We really are getting all the genres here in this group of books. The next one I'll be reading is Out of Body by Nia Davenport. I believe a young adult thriller kind of horror book. Then we've got The Book of Doors by Gareth Brown, which is a fantasy book that sounded interesting to me. We'll see how that goes. Then How You Get the Girl by Anita Kelly is a queer adult romance. Then A Step Past Darkness by Vera Kurian, which is a mystery thriller. I've read from this author before and I'm interested in reading her next one. And last but not least, The Guest by B.A. Paris. Definitely a hit or miss author for me, but I'm excited to see what this new release from her is gonna be like. All right, then the last category of books I'd like to read in January is getting a jump start on my book of the month reading vlogs for the year. If you're new to my channel, this is a series I do where I read my book of the month books as I get them. I'm not sponsored by Book of the Month, just a member that enjoys reviewing their books. And I've got 2 books that I'm carrying over from December of this year, and then I did pick 2 books in my January box, so I want to get them all read. The first one that I picked in December is No One Can Know by Kate Ellis Marshall. Again, a mystery thriller by an author that I have read from before. Then I also picked in, I think, December, Check and Mate by Ali Hazelwood, which I believe is a young adult contemporary romance, and I'm excited to see how this goes for Ali Hazelwood. I have enjoyed her adult romances, so we'll see how YA goes. And then the 2 books I picked in my January box, the main pick I picked is First Lie Wins by Ashley Elston. This is a mystery thriller book that I don't know anything about, but I have seen some raving early reviews about it, so I want to get my hands on it, see what all the hype's about. And then last but not least, the book I added on to my January box is a book from 2023 called Shark Heart by Emily Haybeck. This did not seem like it was my type of book, but I have only seen basically rave reviews for it coming out. I believe it's a contemporary, a little bit sci-fi book about this world where this man is turning into a great white shark. Sounds out there, but some of my close friends and trusted reviewers have said it is great and emotional, and that's what I'm looking for, so I'm gonna try it out. So those are all the books that I have planned so far for January of 2024. Please let me know what is on your January TBR. Let me know if you've read any of the books that I mentioned here and what your thoughts were. And other than that, I don't think I have anything else. So thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you in my next one.